SBA stands for Small Business Administration. Right. One thing that I want to get clear here also, SBA is only for U.S. citizens and permanent resident aliens. You have to have 100% legal status in the U.S. to be able to benefit from a small business administration loan. Now, what I can say is that SBA can be for real estate, or it can be for leaseholds, right? You can be a restaurant operator, but not the owner of the actual real estate, and use an SBA loan to purchase the business or expand the business. So without further ado, let me go and share the options I have so I can break it down. As Nick was mentioning, SBA is also based on a variable rate, right? It's based on the prime rate plus a margin. Margin can be anywhere from 1 to 3 points, depending on the risk associated with the transaction, and also depending on what the borrower negotiates with their lender. So in this scenario here, SBA, first scenario, which I think is a great scenario, many people may not be aware that SBA will actually finance 100% of your purchase. This is for scenarios where an existing business, been in existence at least 2 years, currently occupies a space, not necessarily the space that they're buying, but they currently occupy a space as a rental, and now they want to buy a space for the business. So when transitioning from a rental to an owned space, 100% financing of the transaction is possible. Please do be aware that SBA loans are always full doc, and the owner has to occupy at least 50.01% of the space. So here you're looking at 10.75 as the rate, but I do state that rate can be anywhere from 9.75 to 11.75 because it is a variable rate. And our next option is the more traditional 90% LTV option, right? This is either scenarios where the business is either new or does not currently rent the space for an existing business. So this one, 90% LTV is the max, right? We got here 10.5. And again, that's variable rate. That could be anywhere from 9.5 to 11.5. Main thing to note here is the structure of the deals. So now this is what I mentioned to you, SBA business expansion or leasehold improvements, right? This is the one a lot of people aren't aware that you can do. Great option. Now, it's not going to be a 30-year term on these loans. They're usually going to be something like 20 years, right? But it is a great way to grow your business, and they do lend up to 90%, right? But in the case where there isn't real estate, they're just going to value the business. And last option here we have, you can actually refinance your existing SBA debt, right? The term can be as short as 10 years if no real estate debt is involved. So, real estate, is involved. Business debt that is in good standing can be refinanced as long as the business's cash flow is being improved. Something also to note here, no minimum credit score. They're going to underwrite, and this is the same with all the SBA options. There's no minimum credit score. They're going to underwrite the total risk of the transaction and then see what they can do. So the term on this is as short as 10 years if no real estate is involved, to as long as 25 years if real estate is involved. So definitely look to the mortgage calculator for your SBA loans, commercial loans, as well as all the great non-QM and agency options that we offer.